Austin Wilson with a very good start there. Once again, going around the outside. It's very clean. Around turn one there. Side. Mike trying to hold on. He has the inside now. Just holds on there. This is where desperation starts to creep in for a lot of these drivers. There's not much time left. Coming down to turn one. It's Klaus onto the inside. Oh, Curtis Gregory. In the foreground, Martin Webster. Can he make a dive onto the inside? Makes a massive lunge down the inside. Can he make it stick? And wow, just on the edge there. Martin Webster holding on for dear life, managing to stick that move done there. 3 wide coming up to the next corner here. Oh man, it's a big roll forward. Martin Webster on the outside, going to take that move. Sean Lee, there you see him, trying to make a move around the outside of Curtis. Once again, it's 3 wide coming down to turn one. It's Sean Lee, Dylan Morant, Austin Wilson, Daniel trying to get in there. Your battle for P2, Khalil Rickford has booked it out of there early. Look at Jaden go! On the outside, can he get 2 cars in one? Oh, Mike going very wide now. A lot more curve than he probably wants to. And that's going to open the door for Tavar Clark. But ladies and gentlemen, this is the final lap. This is it. Lead there, it's Khalil and Klaus. And it looks like Khalil's just going to round out the outside. Can Klaus have anything to say about it, though? No, he cannot. More action going on in the back here. It's Dylan Morant just losing out on Austin Wilson there. Martin Webster leading this one. Sean Lee losing out of position there. Austin Wilson rounding out the outside of Dylan Morant. Almost making contact there. They keep it clean. Check out if any of these times are infringing each other. 2 to go. 12-2 for Mike. 12-5 for Dylan. Oh, he's so close. Marlon says race for the ages. Oh, I agree. Final lap. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Rahul Nasir from Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, and it is time for the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. It's the hottest party of the summer. We are back. 1 year ago, we crowned 2 champions, one in the Radical Caribbean Cup and one in the Classic Cars. But this time around, we got 2 new championships for you guys here today. We are now looking at the live look at South Dakota and the brand new extended layout, never seen before in Sim. 1 year ago, we did have the proposed layout, but now you're looking at the official layout here in all its glory. And the guys have been very excited to get this championship underway, and it's finally race day here. I cannot wait to get going. We're live here, round 1 of 4. Next week out, we go to Wallerfield in Trinidad. Then we head to Jamaica for everyone's favorite Dover Raceway. And then we finish it off at Bushy Park. Can't wait to get this race going, as we have many drivers joining into the session. Well, let's head trackside now to hear from all the drivers, and let's see what this first championship has to offer. So, currently we're going to be going through the Group 4 class here. Starting off with one of 3 manufacturers. This right here is the Mitsubishi Lancer. Looking at now, this is the Mazda RX-7. And last but not least, we have the Honda Civic. And absolutely cannot wait for this one to get underway. We are 3 minutes and 43 seconds left to go until we get into qualifying. We have 2 championships for you guys here today. The first one that you're going to be looking at is the Group 4 Series. So for the Group 4 Series, it's going to be a 10-minute qualifying session following practice into a 20-minute race. Then after that, don't go anywhere, because then we have the main event. It is the Radical Caribbean Cup. We're going to see the brand new 2023 Radical XXR SR3s. As the timer counts down, let's go through all the drivers right about now. Starting off here, this is currently, well, technically not should be the fastest driver on track, with a little bit of a timing mishap. But this is DeVille Park, the Jamaican, in the Mitsubishi, as he slides that thing with all the wheel spin, now going through the gooseneck now. Looking very fast there. Hustling at Mitsubishi. Can't wait to see what he does. Next up on the leaderboard here, this is Luca Andretta. Of course, a fan favorite here, one of the fastest drivers, the Swiss Superman, as he follows in some fellow other RX-7s. This one in particular is a special livery done. Beautiful car by Hayden Clampett in Sunset Outrun. And you absolutely love the livery here. His teammate Cole Bradbury also has basically the same identical livery. And yeah, just looks really awesome there. Next up in 3rd place, Dominic Charles in the yellow RX-7. Of course, these guys still have a chance to swap out their cars just before we get qualifying underway. But the Trinidadian making his debut in this championship here. Hasn't raced too much with us here. He's a little bit busy himself, but he is here to tear up the track and to rightfully put himself, can he do it, crown himself as champion of the Caribbean. Next up, Oswin Wilson, another fan favorite, making his return. The Guyanese, Oswin Wilson, in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo. Looking very good out there. He currently sits P4 with a 109.9. Next up, Martin Webster, if we can find him. There he is in the Honda Civic. Currently sitting his pits. Of course, all the drivers do not need to rock with the same car, so his teammate Marley Young, which you're going to be getting into, don't think he's driving the same one. It's all about personal preference. Next up is the South Korean driver. If we can find him now. This is CO Polar, rocking his own little custom livery. As we catch him up now, he is also in the RX-7. Can't wait to see what he does out here. Checkered flag is out. Up next, we have Marlon Young, teammates with Martin Webster for X-Play. Of course, no team points this time around. It's every man for himself. Can't wait to see what Marlon Young does in this championship here. Seth Lee making his return out here in the Mazda RX-7. A lot of drivers making their returns out here. Next up, we have Danny Nasir, one of the founding members of Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club, along with myself. Locking up into turn one there. Next up, Curtis Gregory and his custom Mitsubishi Lancer. Orange and black, there you got the Slush Racing team and the moving rims. Didn't know that was also a part of it too. Beautiful livery on this car, number 275. Up next though, we have Brandon Smith, also sitting in the pits with the Mazda RX-7. I think we already spoke about him before, but Dominic Charles in the Honda. And then Sean Lee in the Mazda. Let's join in the Discord and let's hear what the drivers are saying.
Not working. Their name is Curtis Gregory. We know.
What?
He said his name is not working.
Yeah, it's because once you join in the server with the wrong name, it stays that way.
Oh.
Unless we reset the entire thing.
Can you edit it on the server?
No, we cannot. Like, the only thing I thought would have worked is if I did kick you and you were able to change the name and it would just restart as that, but it's just not working at all. So it's a bit unfortunate. Alright, as the drivers are sitting in pits.
The setups are locked, right? That's what it looks like.
For these cars, yeah, you can only edit the fuel and tire pressures.
What about Radical? Because I have like a slight...
Radical's open setup.
Okay, good. Yeah, that thing was loose. It was all good out,
So qualifying about to get underway. 10-minute session for you guys. Open qualifying, you're going to see everyone else on track, so best of luck. Make sure on pit exit, very crucial, make the hard left onto the front straight. Do not take the short route through the short layout, or else you're going to be receiving a time penalty for the race. Good luck, guys. Here we go, qualifying now underway. As the drivers all scurry to get out on track. This is definitely going to be a good qualifying to watch. If you're just tuning in now, welcome to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club's 10th official championship. This is the 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. We are touring all the tracks in the Caribbean. And we are starting it off here in the debut of the South Dakota Extended Layout. Never seen before until now. Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club getting the exclusives out here. I see a lot of drivers hustling each other. Qualifying, of course, going to set the grid for today's event. A lot of drivers really just want some space, but the first man who we will be watching is Dominic Charles. On board with him now. Let's begin this hot lap here as he crosses through the front straight. Down now, looking for the 100-meter board now, braking down into third gear. Getting that car rotated now. No curb on the exit there. Keep it into third. Swing it right now. 150 braking down into the hairpin using second gear now. And now for the double right-hander here. Missed the first apex and land the second one, but you don't want to go too deep. Dominic just about saving it though. Quick right-hander, it's a small lift into third gear, and then left-hander second gear now, once again doing the same thing, hitting the second apex. You see him slide in that car. Onto the back straight now. 3 corners to go into the gooseneck.
Is that fixed?
Yes, it is.
Was it always?
Yes, it was. Always fixed. Dominic now, coming around the final corner. He's going to be the first man to put the time on the board. It's going to be a 109.0. That's what the guys have to beat. Next up, CO and Luca. And Luca with the 108.2 takes home provisional pole. CO with a 110.2. All the times are shuffling down here. Marlon with a 110.7. Oswald with a 111.2. Danny 112.2. Sean Lee across now, 115.0. Brandon Smith gonna beat that out with a 114.5. DeVille Park gonna beat all of them though with a 111. Seth Lee now with a 111.6 as well. All the times are just funneling through now. We can now go back to these top guys up here. Dominic Charles. Can he improve? Let's look at these sector times now. And he is improving. Just so slightly. Oh, but he is going to take that car into the pits. Does not feel it this time around. Luca charging up for another lap. CO is just absolutely all over Luca. Trying to get some good slipstream. Oswin Wilson now, can he beat out CO? Yes, he can. Goes into P3 and now is the third driver in it. Not too sure if Luca Andretta, if Tavar Clark is going to be racing in the Group 4 category. However, I believe he should be in for the Radicals later on in a special livery. Semaphoro is Jaden Harrison, but unfortunately he wasn't able to get his name checked in properly, so we'll have to be rocking with this for the time being. However, this man, Martin Webster, with a 109.6, he had a horrible GT3 championship the last couple weeks out, and he doesn't want to repeat it. Martin Webster is on the ball out here. There we see. We're hearing that Luca got a really nice toe from that lap. Yeah, absolutely. And he's absolutely flying out here. A 108.2. Purple all throughout that lap. What a performance from him. Can Dominic do anything about it? Dominic is a very quick driver. And let's just say it's fixed setups, equal machinery, better man wins. Dominic Charles now coming around the final corner. I believe this is going to be another flying lap he's going to be beginning. Yes, he is. We're going to come back to him very shortly. Look at the traffic coming out the gooseneck. Martin Webster trying to find a place to go. He has Seth Lee in front of him. Curtis Gregory pulling over. Looking for space maybe. Might teleport that car into the pits. Looking at Oswin Wilson now. Oswin looking very fast out here. Look at the fast hands through here. Oh, a little bit wide on corner exit onto the back straight now. Next couple corners now is a personal improvement in the first sector. 8/10 up from his last lap. Over the curb, the Mitsubishi could definitely take a lot of curb. Oh, but looks like he might be pulling over, or he's gonna start a new lap. He might be looking for a faster exit. No, I think he's just gonna teleport that one into pit lane. Looking at these next two drivers up here now. Dominic around the final quarter. Check this out. He has a slipstream from the rotary man himself, Sean Lee. Is it anything to write home about? It's a 108.9 that he still has under his belt. Long way to go to challenge this man, Luca Andretta, who's absolutely flying. We'll stay on board with him to see what he's doing different against all the rest of the competition. Looks like from all the wheel spin, he's not rocking any traction control. He's got Brandon Smith ahead of him. He might be able to get some slipstream on the straight here. Oh my God, look at the fast hands with Luca Andretta across the line, and that's a very close time. So consistent, a 108.3. Dominic Charles up the road, still yet to put in a better lap time than a 108.9 with 2 minutes and 30 to go. To anyone's game out here, including this man, Martin Webster. What can Martin do? Through the gooseneck now. This is his home track, Martin Webster. Not too far from this track is the X-Play Game Shop. You'll see it advertising at the bottom of your screens. This is his home, as well as Oswin Wilson. The only strangers out here, kind of stranger, I would say, is Superman. All the rotaries are together. Oh no! A little bit impeding. Looks like Luca just caught up the rear end of Seth a little too quickly than he would have liked. Dominic across the line, still looking for that dagger to put himself ahead.
What was that redrive?
And looks like Marlon Young might have had a bit of an issue against Jaden Harrison. We heard him over team radio. As they all go through the hairpin now. Dominic still looking for time, but he's running out. Everywhere he goes, he finds himself another car ahead of him, no space. And Luca, like a shark, just hunting down his prey, giving him all the pressure in the world. A lot of lockup from Curtis Gregory. The Mitsubishi, very hard to control, but it's so dominant on the front straights. But you're gonna see in the slipstream though, Luca all over the rear. Hopping over the curb, Gregory goes. Side by side, that gets the pass done. That's the type of racing we're going to be seeing, but this is qualifying that we're paying attention to. 108.4! Dominic has cut the time down. 30 seconds left. It's all come down to this. In the first round here at South Dakota Circuit for the South Dakota Grand Prix Round 1. Can Dominic Charles from Trinidad and Tobago, can he put that car on pole position? All eyes are on him now. As the timer ticks up, we're gonna see what he does in the first sector. He wants to get around the low 51s. Missing out on the apex on the outside there. Looking at the time now, 2/10 off. He really needs to save this one going through the gooseneck. Last couple corners for him. Second sector gonna be crossing now. 4/10, almost 5. I don't think he's gonna do it. Dominic across the line cannot improve. Luca Andretta on pole position. And I don't think anyone's out here able to challenge that time, a 108.2. And he takes home pole. DeVille Park now ready to cross the line. And P9. So Jaden Harrison, just to clarify, is semaphoro. So keep an eye out on the second yellow RX-7, of course, one of them being Dominic Charles. But this is Jaden Harrison. The name should be changed for the Radical Caribbean Cup, so stay tuned for that. But that's it. What a qualifying. Let's go congratulate the driver and interview our man on pole. All right, wonderful qualifying. Congratulations to our top three: Luca Andretta, Dominic Charles, and Martin Webster. Luca, we'll talk to you. You're our pole man. How was that qualifying session for you?
Yeah, it was good. After the start, I mean, I was in between everyone else, but I just tried to get in front as quick as possible, get an open track. And I mean, it worked out for me, thankfully. And I was able to push.
Indeed, a 108.223. What was the strengths of this car out here in South Dakota?
I mean, it's an in-between, you know, in between the Civic and the Evo, honestly, from the, you know, performance. But out of the corners, it feels really good if you know how to drive it.
Of course, in all fixed setups, everyone is essentially driving your setup out here, so it's really just better man wins, especially in your car. Well, congratulations on that pole position. Best of luck for the race.
Thank you.
All right, so remember, guys, no pit stops whatsoever. Do not enter pits for some reason. There's still a little bit of an issue on this track where if you enter pits, it will put you a lap down. So just make sure you do not enter it whatsoever. So make sure you guys have fuel to the very end of the race.
If I could add to that, the entrance to the pit, if you go across there and don't even make a right into the pit, but you make a right back onto the track, you will lose a lap.
All right, good note to know. So yeah, just always follow the track layout. Do not touch pit lane at all for the race.
So what happens if you get caught in that, just entering the gooseneck, that little straight there that enters the pit, and you get hit?
I can answer that, Martin.
Yeah, go
I
ahead.
got caught in that, and I went a lap down the last time we raced here. So if you get caught in that, you go a lap down. I don't know.
The best you could do is just make sure you're as close as possible to the racing surface. Like just drive right back on, or get really close if you're on the grass. But just stay away from like, the pit entry.
What I'm saying is, if you go through there, if you get hit through there, and you end up through it, will you gain a lap down, or will you gain a lap?
No, you'll be a lap down.
Go a lap down.
Okay, roger that.
This grid is gonna be chaos.
Chaos indeed.
I have a question. Are all these cars manual with clutch H shifter?
Nope.
They're not? Oh, is the Evo the only one?
I think the Evo might be the only one that blips.
The Civic has manual.
We'll let the guys talk for a bit. 1:30 left to go. This is it. Round 1 of the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. It's the Group 4 Series, and it is next. Here we go. 60 seconds left to go, and the grid is looking packed. We are live out here, and this is going to be the first ever race done in Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Done in sim racing history on the brand new South Dakota Circuit layout. They've got only 7 days to work with this track. And you look at the grid right now, 3 by 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. But it's 30 seconds left to go now. The grid is stacked. What a qualifying it was. Luca on pole, but it doesn't really matter who's on pole because 3 drivers take pole position, essentially, on the front row. Here we go. As the lights come on now, we wish the drivers best of luck as we get this one underway. Here we go for round 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights. For round 1, we go racing! As the drivers all get off. Oh, there's already an incident in the background there. Lots of drivers spinning out. And we get this one underway as we get into turn 1. 3 wide. Martin goes wide just about. Oswald and Dominic side by side. It's Mitsubishi versus Mazda out here. Going into the hairpin now. And already a gap forming up now. Martin Webster going in very wide. Still side by side. Oswald Wilson putting his elbows out early on. Going live to it now. Dominic takes the lead. And the drivers now get back up. It's really DeVille Park who lost out big time in that start. But Dominic's really going to want to get out of here as soon as possible. Look at Marlon Young and how quick he's getting to the rear. But Oswald Wilson is going to have the straights in advantage. Behind him, Jaden Harrison catching up. Martin Webster has done very well to recover that car, as well as Luca Andretti. 2 cars that were taken out before we even got to turn 1. Danny Nassir also reported dive bombs. Oh, as he's almost, looks like contact with him and Curtis. But it's Dominic who leads this one. 2 seconds behind him, that was Oswald Wilson. And all over the rear, Jaden Harrison got the overtake done on Marlon Young. And check that out, side by side in the back, Luca and Martin Webster. Still side by side on the outside. Can he pull the switchback? Oh, a little bit of contact on the rear. Trying to force it on around the outside. A lot of slide coming from Martin Webster. Can he pull a switchback now? Very close now, sends the dive. Oh, it's contact. Oh, and Luca goes for a spin. And the stewards are definitely gonna have to look at that one. Martin Webster sending it in to try to keep this P5 alive. And what a race this is. And we're just getting started. Dominic Charles has absolutely booked it out of here. And he can't wait to get to round 2 at Wallerfield. He wants to finish this race up early. Jaden Harrison, though, really gonna hustle this car. And there you see Oswin. The thing that the Mitsubishi lacks is that turn-in. It's just very understeery through the corners, and that is where the Mazda maximizes. It's 4 tracks in this championship that have completely different characteristics, so it's all down to driver preference. Some tracks the cars are good, others they're not. Contact is made, however, as Jaden really shoved it up the inside. He lost out on that one, and he's gonna have to make some time up. It has allowed Marlon Young to pull through now. As they enter the front straight, 108 for Dominic Charles. Luca Andretti really suffering back here. Look at this though, Sean Lee, however, on board with him. This is the main rotary man. Anything with the rotary, Sean will drive. And he is all over the rear of CO Polar now. Easy on the brakes now. Looks to the inside. Can he send the dive? Not just yet. It's very bumpy on the inside, but the preferred line is just the outside. 3/10 the difference. And check this out. Jaden Harrison is caught back up to Oswald Wilson once more. Oh, hold on a second. What's happened here? Luca Andretti has just got 2 and 1. And Sean Lee making his way past CO. Was there contact? Into the gooseneck now. The Jamaican really hustling the Mitsubishi. But we're going to really see the difference as they get onto the straight. Jaden, though, is going to make his life a bit easier. Oh, no, it's contact. Jaden goes for a spin. Into the wall now. All right, safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. Dominic, slow that pace down to 80 kilometers. Local yellows on the final turn. Oh, it looks like Jaden has taken that one into the pits.
Sio, did I hit you if I did take the space back?
So 80 kilometers once you catch up to the virtual safety car. That'd be the leader of Dominic Charles. So first caution now. And a lot of chaos ensuing out here. We're gonna round up the drivers, and we're gonna do this one again.
Rahul, am I allowed to rejoin the race?
Yes, you can. Looks like CEO just trying to catch up now as well. Looks like he's just stopped on track really quickly. So leaders are entering the gooseneck. That's the last 3 turns. Those drivers all get packed up now. We have 13 minutes and 46 seconds to go. Luckily for a lot of these drivers, they're gonna have a second chance at glory. We're really gonna see now. Dominic's gonna be under pressure. This is not what he wanted. Dominic built up the gap. And it's gone just like that. And what a start to this one, though. Not even 10 minutes into this championship, and what a hell of a ride we've been on.
Working as hard as you can, and then you still see a car in your mirror trying to pass. in 11th. That's a great feeling. I'm definitely switching to sequential next week. Oh my gosh, I cannot do this. Whatever the next track is.
You might have a bit of an easier time in the next track. It's a lot more simpler. All right, Jaden, you're a lap down, so you can go ahead and overtake the leaders. So let the yellow RX-7 through.
Or did he get a lap down? Pit?
Yeah. So,
Polar, why are you passing me?
remember,
Why is your Polar passing?
no clue. There's no overtaking.
Did you ask him to pass up?
Nope. Theo, you're not allowed to overtake. Not allowed to overtake. Just file back in the position you were in.
Which was last? Are we going green on this lap?
Next lap. Next lap. So Jaden's gonna hustle that RX-7 around. You guys are on the 2 to go. 2 to go. But here are your main leaders. Let's go through the order now. Remember, next lap we're going green. Next lap. So it's Dominic Charles currently in first, followed by Oswin Wilson, who's pulling a little bit of Max Verstappen strats, pulling up alongside with a little bit of that intimidation. Marlon Young sitting in third, followed by his teammate Martin Webster. Luca Andretta has done a good job catching up through the field, as well as Sean Lee, Seth Lee behind him. And we have Danny Nasir, Curtis Gregory, DeVille Park, CO Polar, and Brandon Smith. And this man to catch up is Jaden Harrison. Remember, we are going to go green on this lap. We're going to be doing it on the front straight. So all race restarts are done by race control. So as soon as you hear the green flag from myself, that is when we go racing, and overtaking will be allowed. So all the cars getting ready to go racing, and now we have 10 minutes left to go. Ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere. We have one more race to go. It is the Radical Caribbean Cup. Same layout. Everyone's in the same car, open, set up. And that is going to be a fun race. The Radicals last year were a blast to watch. So it looks like Jaden is getting very close to catching up now. All right, guys, get ready for the restart. You're under my command. Here we go. We're going to be under 10 minutes to go, and we still have one more lap to do it. We're still waiting for Jaden Harrison. As soon as we see him in the picture, though, we'll call it out as soon as we see him. There he is. Green flag, green flag. Here we go. Let's get this one back underway. Oswald Wilson not going to waste any time, as well as Luca Andretta. And Oswald Wilson around the outside is going to take the lead, but a lockup, though. Check out Luca on the inside, though. Tried to get a move on. Dominic Charles there. Dominic takes the lead. Oswald's going to fall back. That's the slow corners. Lots of incidents happening in the background. 2 spins. They're out the way. We keep it green. But Luca, in a dream start, has found himself on the rear of Dominic Charles. Wilson now really falling off behind. 2 cars sliding in the background there as we still keep it green. Look at that, side by side. Curtis really holding off the Mazda. The Mazda's running into the rear of the Mitsubishi. Now it's Luca's turn to have some fun out here. On board with him now. This is the battle. I cannot wait to watch it. We got 8 minutes and 30 seconds of it. If you're loving the action, hit that subscribe button. We're on a roll out here. Looking for our goal of 400 subscribers. It'd be awesome if we can hit that 20 to go. As Luca going to the outside. Can't get it done this time around. Looking for every opportunity, goes out wide, swings it to the inside. Some positions being made. Danny Nasir getting the move done on Brandon. Martin Webster keeping a good lead off of Oswald Wilson, but it's this battle that counts. Dominic versus Luca. Never thought I'd see the day where these 2 guys clash heads. DeVille looks like might have ran into a bit of contact. Oh, Danny Nasir running off. Complains to CEO.
Am I allowed to bump people and drive? Because I'd like to do that.
And Danny very frustrated.
Race director, am I allowed to bump people and pass?
You know the answer to that.
Well, why are they doing that to me and you're not doing anything about it?
It'll be a post-race penalty.
Yeah, but then that makes no difference to me. I'm in the back now.
Oh, and Dominic clipping the apex there. Danny Nasir not happy at all. He's been taken out by CEO, and that's definitely going to be a penalty coming his way. Oh, and there's contact between the front 2 guys. Luca quickly apologizing, but this one's heating up. Everywhere we look, a lot of action, but Luca very feisty. Couple corners now through here. Dominic Charles. So much pressure through here, but all this battling going on. There you see the Civic, though, of Martin Webster. So if anything happens to the front 2 guys, we could see a sweep from the X-Blade driver. The Guyanese in 3rd. Can he win it at home? While these 2 guys continue to fight. CEO making moves now. Of course, under investigation. 109.8 versus the 109.9. Just a 10th between each other. Looks like Martin's still falling off. You really got to hustle that Civic. But check this out. Oh, very aggressive around the outside. Let's take it to the skies in the drone camera now. Luca looking to the inside, cannot get any room, clips a lot of that curb there. Really gonna run out of space. Gonna lose some momentum. Onto the back straight now. There you see how much the Civic just gains on all of them through the last sector. Luca Andretta now still hot on the heels. 5 minutes for him to get this move done. On the front straight once more. Oh, heavy clip on that exit curb there. It's going to ruin his momentum. Martin Webster, fastest lap for him. And he's really pushing it. 2.5 seconds, but he's closing it down 6.4 through the last sector. Luca once again looking, he doesn't look to the outside this time around. He's still running out of room. He's gonna need to make his move very soon. What a race this has been. If you're enjoying it so far, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button as well. As we still have one to go, the Radical Caribbean Cup. This is just the very beginning of what's to come for this championship as well. Some moves being done in the background. Let's acknowledge them as well as we see DeVille Park getting that move done on CO. Onto the front straight now once more. Sliding that RX-7. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. 107.9 against the 108.3. Dominic is pulling, and check this out. Jaden Harrison against Oswin Wilson. Marlon Young not too far back. Heavy lockup from Wilson. Oh, contact is made. Oswin saves it miraculously. Wilson defends the inside. Jaden's gonna go the long way around. Can't get it done. And Marlon Young right behind all them. Look how close the top two guys are. Marlon has front row seats to the action. Jaden trying to pull a switch. Oh, has he got it? Has he got it? Side by side. Oswin Wilson has to relinquish the position. What a move. And a lot of positions getting juggled up here as contact is made between DeVille and CO. Really looking for a move through here. Looking back up the field now. Oh, clipping the curb once more. Marlon Young, and that's allowed Sean Lee to enter the fray. 2 minutes and 22 seconds left to go. DeVille onto the front straight now. And as we look at all this, Luca Andretta. Whoa, what is going on there? What is happening? Dominic Charles!
Yo, I just got disconnected.
Dominic Charles has been disconnected!
Oh, man.
Oh, no! Yeah, you just started flying through trees.
Yeah, I saw him in front. He just went in front of the fence.
Oh, no. What a shame. Dominic Charles has been disconnected, probably due to ping.
It's okay, Brandon. We gotta fight.
Oh, no.
I thought you were on the inside.
That was a shame, though.
Bit of a shame indeed.
Yeah.
That's gonna hurt. Dominic Charles was leading this one. And he gets disconnected from the session. Oh, that just sucks. I seen in chat, yeah, been having connection issues. Yeah, but that is such a shame, especially when you see he only had 2 minutes and a lap to go. That stinks. Luca Andretta leading this one and is looking to win the first round. And definitely not a race that he would have loved to win in this fashion. I know him. He would have loved to have a fight till the end, even if it meant to finish second place. However, there are still many battles to look at on track, including Oswin Wilson and Jaden Harrison, who've continuously been swapping positions all race long. And it doesn't look like it's stopped just yet. This is your fight for the final podium position now with the disconnection. Oh, off the track there. Oswin Wilson. And Dominic, we see you in the chat. Yeah, it's a huge shame. If you want to make sure their internet as well, if you can race with us for the Radical Caribbean Cup, we would love to see what you could do in the Radicals out there, man. But yeah, what a shame. And just like that, the timer's up. Wait, a second! Luca Andretta spins it, and Martin Webster has entered the fray! Oh my goodness, what has
You
happened?
have to wait for me, Luca.
I went airborne.
Luca Andretta!
Corvette D1.
Oh, please do that again.
Martin Webster begging for that to happen again!
You guys
Oh
are
my
not-
goodness! Does Martin Webster have what it takes to fight him? He has 2 to go! Oh my goodness,
Like,
what a
do it again.
scare! And Martin Webster has pressured him. Do it again, man. You won't. Luca Andretta finds his RX-7 airborne after T1. I guess he just used the exit curb. A little bit too much, sending his car for a spin. 3 seconds the gap and 1 to go. Whoa! What a turn of events there. 109 from Jaden Harrison. That's allowed him to just absolutely book it out of there from Osmond Wilson. And Sean Lee is going to try to fight for that P4 spot. Following him close by now. Can Sean Lee pull the move on Osmond Wilson? This is where the RX-7 is strong. So if he got to get the move done, it is now. They're on the final lap after all. How close can he get? 6/10. We look back up to this, man. Luca Andretti had a scare at the end. Might not be the way he wanted to win this one, but a win is a win at the end of the day. Maximum points go for him. He wins round 1 at South Dakota. Martin Webster, be proud of yourself, man. What a return to form. Jaden Harrison, 3rd. Osmond Wilson just gonna hold off Sean Lee for 4th. Sean gonna finish 5th. Marlon 6th. CO might have a penalty coming his way, but unofficially now, he's going to finish P7.
If I bumped anybody, I'm sorry. That's for
And
sure.
DeVille, oh, check out the smoke show! Woo! Drifting that Mitsubishi to a solid P8 performance from him. Seth Lee coming home P9. Curtis Gregory gonna finish in P10. Danny Nasir, not happy with that result, gonna finish P11. Brandon Smith on the back straight. And Dominic Charles, unfortunately, with disconnection issues. But that's our race. And let's waste no time and let's go interview the drivers. All right, while we get interviews going, we're going to switch the servers now to the Radicals. So keep an eye out on that right now. We're going to be switching it in a minute. But what a race that was. Congratulations to our top 3. Let's start with our man in 3rd place, Jaden Harrison. Wow, what a battle between you and Osmond Wilson. Take us through that one.
Yeah, I had an unfortunate incident where I got stuck in the fence, pulled the car back and got back out, and from there it was just capitalizing on the incident to get back up to the podium. And I give it props in that Evo sleeps in the corners, and staying firm on the bumps in the corners is difficult, but yeah, good run.
Good run indeed, and you find yourselves on the podium. Congratulations. In P2, Martin Webster. I'm happy to have you back on the podium after so long. Martin, how was that one for you?
Yeah, it's been so long. I actually never left. And I'm happy that my buddy is here. Marlon's here. So, you know, the adrenaline is up. The everything, the confidence is up. So it was nice. I want to apologize to Luca. I think we got a little bump when I took him out in the first part of the race heading into the drag strip. So it was unintentional, but I was really on it with this car, and I didn't even get to do a setup for the car. And then you guys put a fixed setup, so it was okay, but wasn't the best, but I enjoyed it.
Enjoyed it, man, and still, you put that Civic into P2, one of the only drivers to drive into the Civic. I guess that's just your taste in the car. How did the Civic feel around here?
Yeah, it's okay. It's a little oversteery. The back end is pretty light, but I was able to control it and handle it. But it was the best I could do under the conditions. I really wanted to drive the RX-7, but this was the best compromise.
Indeed, man. What a performance from you. Congratulations. We're now putting up the Radical Caribbean Cup session. It should be up right about now. Can refresh and hop in. 5-minute warm-up session, and then we're going into 10 minutes of qualifying, then a 30-minute race plus 1 lap. And in our man in first position, Luca Andretta. Luca, I don't think that was a race you would have liked to win in that sort of fashion, but you still take home the dub. How was that one?
At the start, I just got immediately punted into like P12 or something. But I tried to push my way past the others, got punted again. I don't know who it was specifically, but I mean, it doesn't really matter anyways. Thank God for the safety car as well, so I could catch up to Dominic. But yeah, as said, I didn't really enjoy. It's not really a deserved win. Dominic does kind of deserve the win for that, since I mean, internet issues or hardware issues are just the worst. Like you can't do anything about it, and it just feels like you've been, I don't know, it's just horrible.
Yeah, man, it was still a hard effort for you to fight, though. You and Dominic absolutely stole the show with your battles there, but still, you do come out on top, and you are leading this championship, so congratulations for that.
Thanks.
As we now hop into the Radical session now.
Is Dominic here?
Yeah.
Are you using Digicel by any chance?
I wish. I'm on Amplia right now.
What's that?
It's... You know what TSTT is?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally TSTT.
We're gonna let the drivers talk it out for a bit. We are now entering into the Radical Caribbean Cup. We're about just 5 minutes off of time.
Feel like your future's just begun. And all I know is there.
But stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. We are in for the Radicals, and there you can hear them. Let's check them out. Here we are. Now time for the second race of the evening. And we have a lot of drivers returning for this one from the last race, including a familiar name who won last year's championship. It's Khalil Rickford. He is back. Khalil, exclusively to this championship. Khalil, of course, won the 2022 Radical Caribbean Cup, and he's looking to go back-to-back. But with the brand new competition we have found over the past year, it's really going to be a test of the Guyanese to see if Khalil can pull it off. We're going to see. I see him in the chat. Yeah. He is the Radical Caribbean Specialist after all. I think he holds the world record at Dover. And see you, Tavar. Sorry to hear about that. Yeah, condolences to the family. But if you are able to enter in, you do have about 10 minutes to hop into the session. So checking out the times, Khalil already a 109.5. That time's just going to slowly get faster and faster. So 40 seconds left to go in this little warm-up session. Of course, just get everyone familiar with it. But of course, you see Khalil Looking very racy out here. Can't wait for qualifying. And it won't be home, yeah. Hopefully we'll see you next week, Tavar. I know you're rocking a very special paint scheme. I won't spoil it yet. I think there's a bit of an issue with our radio here. Not too sure when that got stuck. Checkered flag is out. Let's hop back in this Discord. Let's hear from the guys. And check, look at the top 2 times here. A 109.5 and a 109.523, 109.540. Woo! Qualifying might be a little interesting out here. Is Khalil gonna hold the crown? Or will we be seeing some new drivers take on the championship? Ooh, Dominic pressuring Martin Webster a little bit too much.
Sorry there, Martin.
Hopefully Dominic is good on the Wi-Fi side.
No big deal, Dominic.
In a couple seconds, we're going to fast forward it into qualifying, so just be ready for it. All right, 10-minute qualifying session for you guys coming up. Once again, same thing applies. Make sure you are making the hard left on pit exit. Remember, no mandatory pit stops for this race. And yeah, good luck in qualifying, guys. Here we go. Let's get qualifying underway once more. Oh, and already a driver spinning on pit exit. That's Luca Andretto. Here we go. This, ladies and gentlemen, is your main event. Yes, the Group 4 race is complete. If you want to watch the race, you are free to rewind the stream. Of course, this is YouTube up here. And who is that? Is that Oswin Wilson going for a little bit of a detour there? So if you want to watch the Group 4 race, you can rewind the stream now and go watch that. And definitely worth the watch. It was a fantastic race. And we hear Pelico saying, why are they racing and qualifying? I hope they're just trying to get past the slower cars, as we see in F1. Trying to get some space as well. But without further ado, it's Dominic Charles, who is the first man once again. So, slightly different kind of lap we're going to be watching through here, as Radical's got a lot more aero to play around with and can take these corners a lot faster. Second gear through the hairpin. It goes through the double right-handers here. Remember, apex on the second one. Coming up into the long right-hander. It's going to be a lift for Dominic. And then down on the brakes into third gear. Ooh, very wide, though. Taking a lot of speed through here now. Let's check out those live times. Around the final corner he goes now. Dominic Charles, the first driver to come across the line. It's a 109.0 to beat, very similar to the time he did in the Group 4s. Yes, big upgrade. This is the official South Dakota Extended Layout. Ooh, as Khalil finds himself with yellow flags. This is the official layout. Last year we had the proposed layout, what GMRSC was planning to do, but of course the track had alterations to the layout. And this is the final one that you see in real life. So drivers going through for their first laps. Currently it's Dominic with a 109 and everyone following through with 111s. I will say these cars do need a lap or two to get the tires up to temperature to get the most optimal performance from them. As we still watch now, we're looking for Dominic to return to us to watch the laps. Let's take a look at his Delta, and there you see, off on the first sector, comes across the line now. No improvements from him there. Up next, who do we have? It is, looks like it's Marlon Young. Yes, it is. Comes across, no improvement for him. Luca Andretta, 110-1. Don't see anything from Khalil just yet. Martin Webster across, 111.5. The 110s the drivers are going to be looking to be in. Jaden, Brandon side by side. Sean Lee behind them. Fun fact about the Radical that we're using here today. This Radical was made by the official Radical manufacturer. Worked with URD, that is the modding group, and given to us this car for free. You can find this car as a paid mod for iRacing. Dominic Charles in the car, however, goes fastest, a 108.9. Let's go trackside now. Luca Andretta still trying to find grips with the Radical XXR SR3. Also in Wilson and pit, CO doing very well. He's currently in 4th. Martin Webster coming across the line now. No improvements from him. Marlon Young going for, off-track excursions at the hairpin. Falls off the track. Jaden Harrison with the correct name now. Goes up into P4. Khalil! 108.950. And I think we got ourselves the battle for pole. Dominic Charles versus Khalil Rickford. Guyana versus Trinidad, the classic rivalry we have out here. Looks like, Khalil just running off the track there. Jaden Harrison looking for some space. Jaden, though, actually, no, there's not going to be any improvements, but he was improved in the first sector. Looking for space. Let's stay on him this time around for a lap of South Dakota. Looks like we're not going to get it. A lot of drivers looking for some space on track, cannot find it. Seth Lee facing the wrong way, taking that into pit lane. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go. Can Dominic improve? Yes, he can. First sector. Purple by almost 2/10. All the Radicals get out the way for Dominic Charles like he's Ayrton Senna. Onto the front straight. He loses the 10th over and then the second sector. Cross the line. It's a 108.855. A 10th up from Khalil Rickford. What can Khalil do? He's on his outlap now. I would love to see if this time around we can get a flyer from him. Let's try to find what's a good angle to watch this one. We could watch from up here. I'm feeling this kind of angle in here. Khalil now. Here we go. 2 minutes and 20 seconds. What can he do? Across the start-finish line to begin his flyer. 6 gear 220. He hits on the brakes. Beautiful T1. Don't use too much exit. or else the car gets unsettled. We learned that from Luca last time around. Into the hairpin now, down into second gear, hit that apex. Beautiful work done. Double right-hander coming up. Missed the first one, put in the middle of the track, aim for the second one, power down in the middle of it, exit. Don't hit that curb. Far onto the left-hand side, a lift. He takes it into fifth gear. Lots of speed going through here. Down into third gear. Does he put it down into second? No, he doesn't. That's that gear ratio difference. Onto the back straight now. The gooseneck left to go. One curb, a two curb. All looking fine. Third one looking good. Final turn. Onto the front straight. Can this be the 108.55? Yes, it can! 108.759 takes provisional pole with a minute to go. What does Dominic do? He's on an outlet. We gotta watch him. Dominic Charles. What can he do? The crowd goes wild for Khalil Rickford. Provisional pole for him. Dominic pushing hard. Luca Andretta can't find any speed in this radical. He's only a 109.8, a second off. Dominic Charles now. There you see different lines from these two guys out here. Oh, he's got CO up ahead. This could be a blessing in disguise with Slipstream. Very useful for him. Got to make sure CO is flawless through here and doesn't get impeded. Gooseneck to go. Can Dominic Charles beat a 108? No, he cannot! Hops the curb a little too much. That's going to be his qualifying complete. I don't think he's going to be able to improve. Can I eat my words? No. Across the line? No, he can't. A slight mistake. Might have been watching CO up ahead. And he's the first one to come across the line. What can Luca Andretta do? Lots of sliding coming from Luca Andretta. And a second off in the first sector. A lot of drivers coming across the line now. Luca is going to have a lot of work to do in the race now. However, top three is essentially pole position. But Luca Andretta coming across the line now. A 110.0. He found purple in the third. Next up to come across the line, Danny Nasir. One of his first laps in the Radicals. Finishes off with a 1:15.4 in P12. Two drivers coming up now. CO and Jaden Harrison. 1:10.1 P4. That's going to be everyone's qualifying complete. All right. Nice qualifying, guys, for this first round in the Radicals. Congratulations to your top three: Khalil Rickford, Dominic Charles, and Luca Andretta. Khalil, what a lap from you, a 108.759. How'd you feel in this?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, I had a 108.5 in me, but traffic, and I didn't get the best lap in, but I still got pole, so I can't complain.
Can't complain either way. You're the master of the Radicals out here. What is the main difference between the old Radical SR3 and this new one?
It's completely different. This one drives a lot more like I would expect a real car to, but I never drove the real car, so I can't be sure about that, but I enjoy driving this one a lot more. That's my main difference. I enjoy driving this one.
Maybe one day you can test that out for us, especially since you're a very fast driver. Maybe one day you could find yourself in a Radical soon.
Yeah, that's the objective.
Well, congratulations on that pole position, and good luck for the race. All right, so even though Khalil got pole position, the top three The top three still take home the front row, so this is going to be very interesting, but under a 10th is the top two drivers. Cannot wait for this one. The 2023 Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. It is the Caribbean Motor Racing Championship. It's the Radical Caribbean Cup, and it is next. And what a qualifying it was, as we now return ourselves to South Dakota. It is round one of the Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club Caribbean Motor Racing Championship Radical Caribbean Cup. We are live at South Dakota Circuit's brand new extended layout. The first time the Radicals are going to come around here. We've already had the Group 4 race happen before, and what a race it was. If you don't want to be spoiled, cover your ears now. 3, 2, 1. It was Luca Andretta who took the race win, but what a battle he had from himself and Dominic Charles. If you haven't seen the race, you gotta rewind the stream. But after this one, this is where it gets intense. This is it. This is the main event you've been all waiting for. The drivers will line up on the grid. Ready for this one. Taking a look at the grid now, it is Khalil Rickford on pole position, followed by Dominic Charles. Then it is Luca Andretta, Jaden Harrison, Oswin Wilson, Martin Webster, DeVille Park, Marlon Young, Sean Lee, Co Polar, Curtis Gregory, Danny Nasir, Brandon Smith, and Seth Lee. TJ, unfortunately, not Jam West just yet, but we are working very hard to get it done. So stay tuned to this championship, because the other Jamaican track of Dover Raceway is just as exciting. But one day we will have Jam West. And I think it will come to everyone's surprise once we do, because that is honestly one of the best tracks in the Caribbean. Very nice, fast flowing. If you guys have seen the track, been there yourself, load of fun. Poor Rick Racing there. Come to stop expecting it. Never say never. That's all I gotta say. You never say never in motorsports, especially in the world of sim. 24 seconds left to go. 30-minute race ahead of us now. As the lights about to appear up on our screens, this one is gonna be a classic. Here we go. We're gonna go as far as possible from the grid. Coming up to turn 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 lights, and we go racing! Here we go. Scattered up grid now, coming up to the end of turn 1. 3 wide. Can they make it stick clean as possible? Khalil onto the inside. Takes the lead. A lot of drivers sliding the Radicals. Bit of contact. Keep it clean. Khalil in the lead, followed by Dominic, Luca Andretta, Martin Webster, DeVille also getting in on the action there in the background. Oh, slide from DeVille Park. Saves it just about. Has a car on the inside, his fellow Jamaican. Oh, a lot of drivers just about saving it. Oswin Wilson now into the inside. Gets the move done on Jaden. Jaden is not having a good time. Has to take to the grass. Watch the exit. Looks good. No, it's not. All right, virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. Leaders slow that pace down to 80 kilometers. Contact is made. Jaden Harrison hard off of exit there. Next lap, we will go green. Next lap, we will go green. So, already chaos on the first lap. Jaden Harrison going very wide, reacting to. I think that was DeVille Park, who was just losing the back end. And yeah, Constantine effect. Green this time by, green this time by. We'll be doing that in the front straight. So the drivers following around now. Currently yellow flag conditions are out for a quick cleanup. We'll get back under racing now.
Who controlling this start?
Myself. As soon as I say when we go racing, everyone is allowed to overtake. So everything will be under my command. So there you see the drivers all getting ready. Remember, single file. Bunch up close now, and let's get ready for the restart. All the drivers getting ready for this one. No more weaving, Here we go. We're not too sure about laps. All we know is we got 27 minutes left to go. Let's sound it out. Green flag. Here we go. Back on to racing speed once again. There you see the blue radical on the inside of Dominic Charles trying to squeeze past Khalil, but ultimately loses the position to Luca Andretta as they now enter the hairpin now. A lot of drivers sending it onto the inside. Oh, it's contact. Martin Webster getting taken out from who? Not too sure who that was. They get going now. That's definitely going to be looked at after this race. Dominic Charles now on the rear. Trying to look for a move on Luca, because Dominic knows he is just as fast as Khalil. And I think his personal opinion, he thinks he's faster. Oh, contact. Oh, Jaden Harrison has already left the session. Marlon Young gets that car rotated back onto the track. And both of the X-Play drivers find themselves at the back. Martin Webster not happy about it at all. But back up the racing speed now. That's so unfortunate for Jaden Harrison. First retirement of this race. A lot of moves being done back here. Check out Danny Nasir in the back on the inside of Sean Lee. Side by side with him. Lets him go. The hairpin looking very busy. Looking up the order. Lots of lockup. Ask any questions you guys have in the chat. If you're not able to access the chat, that means you are not subscribed yet. And what are you doing? Help us out. We are close to 400 subscribers. If you're enjoying the racing so far, it's about to get way better as this race follows through. We're only 24 minutes left to go in this one. A lot of action still to unfold, and these two guys are really cooking up. Martin Webster overtaking Danny Nasir on the back straight. 108.9 against two 110s. Let's look at the rear of Luca. He's just got Dominic Charles following him close. Looking very fast out here. Let's take a switch now on board with Dominic Charles in driver's eye. This is what he's looking at right now in the cockpit. Ooh, bit of a slide on corner exit there.
Lead runners, General Parda.
Luckily for us, the battle between Luca Andretta and Dominic Charles has resumed from the Group 4 race earlier. And with them a lot closer, I'd say this is better. Oswin Wilson did touch pit road. I hope he's not a lap down. Brandon Smith, ooh, just off the track there. Gonna look at Oswin just for a moment. He looks fine, but actually he's under pressure. I won't say he's fine. That quick onto the inside. Also, up ahead, it's Dominic Charles making the move into the hairpin. Dominic trying to close the door. Lots of action-packed racing everywhere you look, side by side. Oh, Luca off the track, just about saves it. And Dominic finally gets the move done. We look back here, though. Oswin Wilson against DeVille Park. DeVille gets the move done. What a race, man. This is really action-packed right now. And we got 22 minutes left to go of this race. Let's go on board with Seth Lee for a second as he goes off track. Martin Webster takes a position. He's up to P9. Curtis Gregory was the one I wanted to look at, though. There we see Jaden loaded the wrong setup. It was undrivable. Best to take it into the pits. That is very unfortunate. Jaden Harrison, I'm so sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can see you next week out at Wallerfield. Curtis Gregory, meanwhile, now side by side with Oswin Wilson. Oswin onto the inside. Keeps P5 this time around. And Dominic already opening that gap as Curtis Gregory saves the car. Theo having to take off track. I'd see it wait there, let Sean Lee by, so you're gonna have to let a couple cars by ahead of you. As soon as you see Sean Lee, you can go. You got one more car to light through. You're good now. It looks like he might be able to get a move done here. Theo, ooh, running off track, had to let go of some positions, had to make sure he wasn't gonna get a penalty. Oswin Wilson kind of sandwiched here. Jamaica versus Guyana versus America. 109.1 from Dominic Charles against a 110.0. Oh, Theo spinning on the gooseneck. Gonna have a car reversing out on track, almost collecting Danny Nasir. And Theo having his race turn bad to worse. Curtis Gregory still closing up. Oswin just cannot find a way to get past DeVille Park. Curtis just biding his time. This is your battle for P4 after all. Let's look at the rear of DeVille Park. Now Oswin sends it up the inside. Cannot fully get his car alongside him at all. Oh, but check this out. What is going on here? A couple of our positions board being mixed up there. For a moment, I think that's just a small glitch. I think as soon as I cross the line, that should be back to normal. It already is now. In the slipstream, Curtis Gregory, you can tell he's extended his gear ratios, and that is helping him in the slipstream. Wilson goes to the defense. Marlon Young brings out yellows. Where is he? Oh, is he stuck? Yellow flag, virtual safety car, virtual safety car. Marlon are able to move that car at all?
Virtual safety car?
Yes, virtual safety car deployed. No overtaking.
Ow.
Yeah, Marlon Young, are you able to reverse at all? You might have to teleport to the pits if it's stuck. And Marlon Young's race just turned bad to earth. You're still free to enter back into the race if it does give you a locked If your controls are locked, you can rejoin. And you'll be right back on track. Marlon Young
Man,
bringing
the
out...
battle for fourth right now is some of the best racing I've ever had.
we watching it. It is amazing. So, leaders, make sure you guys are at 80 kilometers. 80 kilometers. So, a bit of a shame for Marlon Young. Gets that car stuck. And the yellow is called out. Oh, he is back underway. So remember, no overtaking, no overtaking. Marlon, we're going to figure out that issue if we can get you back on your lap. Should be able to. Come on, guys. Caution's at Polar. Please let Marlon Young back through. There's a caution out right now. Just slow that car down and let Marlon through. And CO just absolutely bulldozed Marlon out the way. I don't think we see him at all. He might be disqualified. And I think he is. CO is going to be disqualified from the session for not being in the Discord voice channel anymore. It is very crucial that they are. And that's going to be CO's race done. It is very crucial that he hears race direction. Apologies for that, Marlon. He was not in the Discord voice chat there. So, Marlon, as soon as you catch up to the field, you are allowed to overtake. You're allowed to overtake the field ahead of you. So let Marlon Young by. So, Marlon, you're allowed to overtake the cars ahead. You're allowed to overtake the cars ahead. So do that in a safe manner. So Marlon's gonna allow to go through, similar to what we had with Jaden Harrison in the last race. So yeah, keep that pace up for the leaders there. Should have about 2 more laps under caution. All right, so Marlon is going to race himself back up. But here are your leaders right now. First, it is Khalil Rickford, followed by Dominic Charles, Luca Andretta, DeVille, Oswin Wilson, Curtis Gregory, Martin Webster, Sean Lee, Seth Lee, Danny Nasir, Brandon Smith, and CO, who has rejoined the session, has now got his Discord working now. Unfortunately, is a lap down, is not going to get his lap
Brandon
back.
is a lap down. Does he get to go by?
He's not a lap down. Not on our side.
Oh, he's okay. Okay, I was showing blue. That would change.
So we're just waiting till Marlon Young comes around, and then we're going to sound it off. Marlon really hustling. That car around there, but they see the group is behind them. We're going to have 1 more lap after this under caution. 1 more lap after this. Then we'll allow you guys to pick up the pace. As of now, we're just waiting for 2 more cars to just get back up. So 1 more lap after. We have 13 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. Time is ticking. Let's look through the drivers through the gooseneck. Khalil, of course, hometown hero, is leading this one. So we'll be going green on this lap once we come around to the start-finish line again. Drivers warming up their tires. They know this is going to be a very crucial restart. If you guys are weaving, make sure you guys are not impeding anyone ahead of you. Don't want to accidentally take each other out. But the tires are very cold for all these radicals. We do see CO letting Marlin out the way and going very slow. Probably just realizing he's a lap down now. Just allowing Marlin to go through.
Marlon back in the lead lap.
Everyone's on the lead lap. No. You're all good. Don't worry about your time. All right, get ready for the restart, guys. No more weaving, and let's pack up. Single file. Single file.
Why are we going 30? This isn't the school zone.
Why are we doing 25?
You guys are good now. You guys are good.
That was a big pile up in the back.
Why are we still going 60? Why are they so slow?
Get ready for the restart. Waiting for the last driver to come around, and green flag, green flag. Here we go. Green once again. Dominic Charles has a run on the outside. Luca's gonna follow him. 3 wide in the back. Curtis as well on the outside. Khalil up front. Does he keep it? 2 cars sandwiching each other. 1 car goes wide. Who is that? It's Luca. Cars going spinning.
Thank you.
Martin off. Can they keep it clean? No! What has happened there? And drivers running off the track, not hitting their braking points. And a chaotic restart here.
I thought I did a pretty good job of avoiding that wreck. Guess not.
Luca and Dretta losing out, as well as Curtis Gregory. Incidents out of no fault of their own. And we got 10 minutes to go. Dominic Charles, however, up front here. And CO. Say if you can't just teleport that into pit if you're stuck. Not too sure what's going on with CO once more. We go back up the field now. And Martin Webster off as well. And what has happened? All of a sudden, we were watching A-class iRacing drivers to rookies. A lot of drivers just going off the track. I agree. I'm not too sure what is even going on. Nobody leaving space. And Race Direction has a lot of things to do after this one to look at incidents. Caution could still come out, but that is just unfortunate there. Not too sure what is going on. We still got a battle for this race win, though. This one is still one to watch, that's for sure. Dominic Charles, Khalil Rickford, it's a shame. But looks like it was a restart after all, so it was some racing incidents. Guys getting very close. But overall, these are some of the best drivers you can get. But I guess just might have been one of those restarts where it's just everyone packed together. Anything can happen. You see in F1, that stuff can happen as well. A lot of clumsy looking mistakes. But yeah, now we're seeing two of the best drivers now give it their all. It looked like nobody could top them, that's for sure. And honestly, John, I will say that we have improved a lot since last year. I'm not too sure when you have raced with us before, but yeah, no, we have definitely improved a lot more. I'll say that much. Luca Andretta is going to take the spot of Curtis Gregory, fighting for this P4 spot. A lot of battles to look through. Luca Andretta first off on the attack against Sean Lee. Hard on the brakes. Sean going for a little bit of a lockup. And that's going to allow Luca Andretta to sail through. P5 for him. Back up this battle, however.
Wait, why is Marlon a lap down?
Not too sure. It shows him. Oh, and Marlon Young. Oh, contact. All right, virtual safety car deployed. Virtual safety car deployed. Come on, guys. We got to do a little bit better on these restarts. There's a lot of contact going on. I know we don't have much time left in the race, but we really got to calm it down and be a little bit patient out here. Let's stack it up and let's do this one more time. Leaders are on the front straight. And with 7 minutes left to go, contact and a bit of a pileup onto the hairpin. Gonna be going green on this lap, So Marlon, it does show that you're a lap down, so you can overtake the cars ahead of you. So our next caution coming out, our third caution coming out of the day after contact at the hairpin. You can't really go side by side through there, especially with a kind of camel hump. As we look through here, we're gonna look through it with Marlon Young. There you see, it's very difficult. We were looking at it through the Group 4 race. That's very difficult to be side by side up here. So you're gonna be going green this time by. You're gonna be going green this time by.
So, was that my fault for the caution? I wasn't really sure what happened.
There was a bit of a pileup at the hairpin, and I'm not too sure who caused it. But either way, we'll look at it at the end of the race. So get ready for the restart, guys. And the driver is filing up once again. Single file, single file. I'm waiting for single file. Marlon, you can keep going. You can keep going, Marlon. Single file, guys, single file. Green flag, green flag. DeVille pulls to the outside. Third restart now. Hopefully they can keep it clean around turn 1 side by side. Martin Webster, Curtis Gregory. All good through there. And this one is looking a lot better now. Looking there at the top. 7 drivers there, almost 3 wide in the background. DeVille getting swallowed up. Oswin Wilson, a little bit of a nudge. Sean Lee, Lucas side by side. And Luca's gonna get the move done. Dominic Charles now still very close to Khalil Rickford. Luca is just 1 spot away for getting back into this. We see a retirement from Marlon Young. DeVille rotating that car, getting back on. Looks like a self-spin. We stay green. And check this out, Oswin Wilson is so much under pressure. Onto the outside now. Still side by side through. Where is he? There he is. Luca powers through on the outside. And Oswin Wilson losing that position to Luca. But what's good for Luca, as he slides that radical, he is back in content. Oh, wait, hold on a second. I should stop talking. Commentator's curse is getting a little too hot right now, as well as those tires. And Oswin Wilson is not going to let up, however. Still a chance for this podium. 2 minutes and 42 left to go. This is turning into a classic finish in this Radical Caribbean Cup round 1. It's going to be a race to talk about for a while, that's for sure. 109.0 against a 109.1. Dominic is quicker. Looking very fast. Oh, Martin Webster into the wall. And that might be our next retirement. Yeah, our second X-Play driver out of this one as we come to the very end. A lot of drivers self-spinning it out, dropping like flies. Dominic still very close now. 4/10 the difference. Can the main man, Khalil Rickford, take it home at home? Or does Dominic Charles have something to say about it? Both Oswin and Luca half spinning, but looks like Oswin a little too much, and that's allowed Sean Lee to go through. 5/10 the difference between Dominic Charles and Khalil. Let's take it to the sky. There you see Khalil. Doesn't really know where to go. He hugs the inside. Oh, Dominic sent it up the outside. Cannot get it done. Khalil closes the door. Dominic has to find another way around. Danny retiring out of this one as well. Like I said, they're dropping like flies. 2 to go here at South Dakota. You can't get much better racing than this between two of the hottest drivers in the Caribbean sim racing scene. Dominic is running out of time. 6/10, he's closing it up through this last section though. Let's look at the rear of Khalil and check out these final laps here. Looks like they actually might have 2 to go this time around. 18 seconds, yes! They are gonna come across the line, so we're still gonna get 2 to go. Checking those lap times, 109.6, 110.3. Dominic Charles losing out. Battle for P4 as well. Oswin Wilson not too far behind, and Oswin is a second quicker. 1.4. Looks like Dominic has lost out just a little bit. Desperation coming in. Side by side onto the front straight. Seth Lee to Ville Park. Can Seth pull a switchback? No, he cannot. Gonna have to slot behind DeVille Park. Still 2 to go. Oh! Dominic is pushing every curb, every inch of track he can get. But what comes with it is a lot of mistakes, slowing him down. 1.6 the difference, and they're entering. 1 to go. Looking at the battle back here. Sean Lee desperately holding off Oswin Wilson. And if he can, what a drive it would be. Oswin gonna set it up though for the front straight. A 109.9 from Luca Andretta. Comes down to the wire for a lot of these guys. White flag is in the air. Wilson can't get it done this time around. Back up to our leaders, and there you see Dominic Charles cannot get near the rear end. Who is getting in the rear end, though, is Oswin Wilson all over the back of Sean Lee. Sean Lee now still ahead, coming into the double right-handers for the final time. Can Oswin get a solid exit now? He is close, 5/10. Through the last couple corners here, Sean still locks up. Go to the front here, however. Khalil Rickford has survived the attacks from Dominic Charles.
Let's
at
go.
Home. He celebrates it. Rickford wins it at South Dakota. Dominic finishes P2. Luca finishes P3. And at the very end, can Oswin do it? No, he can't. Sean Lee finishes P4. Wilson P5. Seth Lee running off the track. Losing a position out to Curtis Gregory. DeVille Park in P6. Can't really drift the Radical this time around. Across the line, he's gonna finish 6th position. Curtis Gregory coming across the line now, finishing 7th. Seth Lee in 8th. Brandon Smith, P9 for him. He's gonna take up some points with all the retirements of Martin Webster, Danny Nasir, Marlon Young, C.O. Polar, and Jaden Harrison. But wow, what a race to the end. Throughout all the thick smoke of half of these cars spinning out and causing a couple of cautions, we managed to get ourselves a classic here at South Dakota. And that's all done to you guys there who stuck it out to the very end, battling it hard. Congratulations to our top 3 especially. Let's start off with the man in 3rd position, Luca Andretta. Luca, man, not the best start coming into one of the final cautions, but you managed to claw back your way into P3. How was that one?
Big punterino for me. I mean, I did end up like halfway into the field, but I pushed my way back. I'm definitely not the quickest in these radicals. It could be set up that I have to do something differently, but I mean, honestly, just the radical on this track, I'm quite doo-doo, not gonna lie. But I mean, I tried my best, and the P3 is a good day in my book if I'm not that fast in the car, I guess.
Hey, solid points on the board, and you are competitive out there. You were putting pressure on the top guys ahead, so you definitely got pace. And I think next race time, you're going to be very dominant in that radical. But congratulations, P3 for you.
Thank you.
In P2, Dominic, you survived him earlier. You had to come in together with him in the last race, but you managed to survive Luca, but just couldn't get a hold of Khalil's number. Dominic, you finished 2nd. How was that race?
Oh man, that was great. The defense and skill and precision from Khalil was ridiculous. That was great to fight against him, and Luca as well. But I mean, I didn't think I would have the pace to run with him. I was kind of surprised I kept up at all. So I feel like once I get a setup under me, we'll be fighting next race.
Indeed, man, it looked like you were just so close to getting Khalil. The times were slowly closing down to the very end, but just couldn't get it done this time around. But how did you feel overall with the radical around here for the first time?
Well, today was the first time I drove this track, which I'm not a big fan of this track. I like the long endurance version, but this radical is just so much fun to drive, so no complaints really.
Think we could see you next week at your home race?
Provided I'm not racing in real life.
Hopefully, we can see you there because I gotta get your get back now. But congratulations, P2 for you. Excellent performance. Thanks. And in P1 is the man from Guyana himself winning at his home race, Khalil Rickford. Khalil, wow! Impressive stuff there. You held off a charging Dominic Charles, and you managed to pull off an amazing win. The crowd went wild for you here at home. Khalil, how was that one?
Yeah, thank you. It was a good race. Good battle with Dominic. After the restart, the tires were cold, so that made it pretty difficult. But once the tires were up to temperature, I could run my pace, and it was, good race.
Good race indeed. Coming to the very end, the last couple of laps, did you think you potentially would have had yourselves a final lap battle?
Yeah, it was going that way until we had that battle that lasts from turn 1 into turn 2 and turn 3, but after that I got a little gap and I could breathe a little. So yeah, by the last lap, I think I was about a second ahead, so yeah.
And you managed to pull it off out here. And at your home, that's the sweetest place to win here. But
we finally got this layout in the game. It's not 100% like the real thing. The elevation is a bit wonky, but yeah, I'm glad we could finally drive this track in the game, and I'm glad I could win a first race here in the Radical.
For sure, man. You make history. Congratulations, Khalil. And can't wait to see you for the rest of this championship. If you can take home back-to-back 2 years in a row for this championship. Congratulations, though, on the win.
Thank you.
That's going to end us off here for today. Thank you for joining us. You guys are now free to leave the Discord now. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you next week for Wallerfield. And you guys are still allowed to stay in the race chat if you want to talk after the stream. And hey, if you guys have any questions, ask me now. I'm open to it. Ask any questions you got. But what a race that was. Khalil taking home the first race win in the Radicals. Luca Andretta taking home his first race win in the Group 4. And overall, a successful event here at South Dakota Circuit. A lot of incidents, a lot of crashes coming towards the very end of this Radical race. But at the end of the day, we got ourselves a hell of a fight. And this championship is really going to get interesting. Dominic Charles, Khalil Rickford, Luca Andretta. After Wallerfield, we're going to be taking a 1-week break. So there's going to be no stream whatsoever. But then we're coming back for Dover Raceway. So it's basically going to be, we have South Dakota this week, of course. Next week, Wallerfield, break. Then it's 2 races in a row where we're going to have Dover and Bushy Park to finish off the championship. So keep an eye out, that's for sure, for this championship. Like I said, never say never. Anything is possible, especially with Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. Thank you guys for joining us here today. I'll still be answering questions once the stream ends. Just let me know. If you want to ask any more questions, though, or get a part of the action, join our Discord. Top of the live comment section. If you got any questions from there, you could let us know. And overall, fantastic race. Can't wait to see what next week holds. Thank you for tuning in to Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. This was round 1 complete. We'll see you next week for round 2. And yes, just to answer your question, you of course you are free to promote us. That would be lovely. Promote it on Facebook. I have TikTok with almost 2K followers. Yeah, let us know if you want. You could join in the Discord. Send in the link of any promotions you guys have, especially with anything to do with Caribbean Motor Racing Sim Club. And we'll definitely appreciate that. And we're definitely going to show some love to you and your TikTok. Thank you so much. And I saw you guys mostly promoted on Facebook. Yep, of course. You are free to promote anywhere you like. And that'll be greatly appreciated. Make sure to tag us if you're doing it on Facebook or TikTok or anywhere on social media. Tag us at Kirby Motor Racing Sim Club or at CMRC if it's on TikTok. And yeah, we'll definitely repost it and all. But yeah, greatly appreciated. Thank you so much. Desperation starts to creep in for a lot of these drivers. There's not much time